Well, Carlo and Anna, you don't typically see preliminary hearings end this quickly in a murder case, but that is exactly what happened today. The judge made his decision for this case to go to trial after hearing less than 3 hours of testimony from sheriff's officials as well as the victim's mother.
You saw your daughter in the hallway. Can you describe how her body was positioned?
She was face down and there was no movement, and I saw a lot of blood.
Yolanda Marodi recalled the night she found her daughter, Cal Fire Captain Rebecca Marodi, dead inside her Ramona home. Lorena lived in a casita on the same property as Rebecca and her wife Yolanda. The two had been having marital problems, with Rebecca allegedly telling Yolanda she wanted to leave her. During her testimony, Lorena was asked to describe their relationship, calling it strained.
Becky wasn't allowed to go anywhere with friends. She never had friends at the house.
As she spoke, Yolanda appeared emotionless, so her face was mostly covered by a mask. She's accused of stabbing Rebecca last February before fleeing to Mexico, where she was arrested a month later. A sheriff's detective testified about what she saw captured on a rig camera the night Rebecca died, saying Rebecca ran outside covered in blood, screaming for help as Yolanda chased her from behind.
Rebecca Marodi said, "I don't want to die."
Did the defendant say anything in response to that?
Yes.
What was that?
You should have thought of that.
That video was not shown during today's hearing. Deputy District Attorney Jared Coleman explained why.
On a case like this, most notably because the victim's family is in court, and we want to make sure that, we present enough evidence, but that everybody there in court is not subject to any further trauma.
A trial date has been set for June 8th.
And Yolanda has been in trouble with the law before. She actually served 10 years in prison after admitting to stabbing her husband to death in 2000. Carlo and Anna?
Yeah, that's just shocking when I first heard that too, Shannon. Well, you did mention that video that wasn't played during the hearing. Do you expect that evidence to be presented in court?
We do expect it to be presented in court. Of course, the prosecution won't tell us that for sure, but what they did say when pressed about just how quick this preliminary hearing went, given all the evidence they say they have, the attorney simply said, the burden of proof for a preliminary hearing is pretty low. They just have to prove that there is a reason to believe that Yolanda did kill her wife, and they say they proved that with the testimony that was posed in court today. So we'll see what happens at trial, but we do expect a lot more to come out of this trial.
Maybe a preliminary hearing, but heartbreaking nonetheless for Yolanda Marodi finding her daughter dead like that. Thanks, Shannon.